oh, that's a little too symmetrical. I do not like symmetry. There's like nothing natural about it. Here, perfect. My grandfather was Marc Chagall, and I grew up surrounded by paintings. I loved walking around our apartment and just look at them and dream into them. We would then also always bring flowers to my grandfather. And he would be taken by the colors. He would be taken by their magic. You couldn't bring him anything which would give him more joy than flowers.
Marc Chagall was born in 1887 near Vitebsk, a picturesque city in the Russian Empire with a robust Jewish community. Though with frequent pogroms and institutionalized discrimination, this was a precarious moment for Russian Jews. Chagall gravitated toward art at a young age, often seeking to depict and preserve what he rightly saw as fleeting aspects of everyday Russian Jewish life. He relocated to St. Petersburg to further his art education before setting his sights on Paris, what was then the capital of the avant-garde.
This is a sketch of the painting which Chagall did in Paris. He was very much inspired by all the energies of the various artistic movements. So this painting really shows that energy, the freedom of what was happening. But yet, what he's telling us is maybe also how much he misses Russia. He missed what he knew. He missed Bella, whom he had met, and they wrote back and forth all the time. The space is shaped by the colors, and these spatial forms created by the colors are telling the story, bringing in such energy and juxtaposing very soft moments with much stronger forces in a way. There is a certain delicacy which he found in the French landscapes. The light is softer, and you can see that in this painting. It's as if he hears also the light and the color. It's the fiddler whom he has always heard ever since he's little, but he doesn't look very happy. What is he telling us? And I think for Chagall, especially at that time, he was also intrigued because he had seen circus families roaming from village to village. And it's as if they always, in their comic ways, talked about tragedy. And he seemed to also have used it in the late 20s as a way to make people aware. It was the time when you could hear about the political unrest, there was pogroms.
And in Germany, the Nazi Party was starting to rise. In 2013, the Jewish Museum presented the exhibition Chagall, Love, War, and Exile, which explored Chagall's stylistic developments and iconographic changes during this period.
Chagall started painting figures like this old man, whom he might have remembered from their Hasidic neighborhood, and how scary it became. And his colors changed. They became darker. His paintings became more testimonies of the memories of his Jewish culture. What was going to be? And how can we fight it? There were these incredibly dark, terrible moments. My family were saved thanks to Variant Fry and Emergency Rescue Committee and the Museum of Modern Art. But they witnessed from afar how many millions of Jews were killed.
Then personal tragedy struck from their safe haven in the US when Chagall's beloved wife died in 1944. Chagall returned to France after the war, and color returned to his work, along with a sense of hope. But he never stopped looking back toward a world that was lost.
I like this little green because that's rebirth. And when I see these tiny little leaves here, I think of the spring. It's as if the whole world reinvents itself. I'm very thankful for it. Clearly, my grandfather's work has always inspired me greatly. Does my love for colors, my need to give colors to the world, really directly come from his extraordinary gift he gave to the world? Maybe. I really don't know. I can just say how hugely important colors are for me. I feel them flowing or talking to each other or dancing or arguing. It's as if they are the ones who say it all.